Be the solace that you so desired in those times of distress, of abandonment, of feeling less than, not worthy of. Hello, collective. It is Kai here. Once again, disclaimer. This is all just based on my own experience. I'm not trying to tell you what to do or what works best for you. I'm just sharing what I've experienced, so hopefully this can be helpful. When you feel that despair, you felt betrayed or disregarded, or how do I explain that? Like just left behind, And I'm trying to verbalize these things, Jesus Christ. That in itself, that feeling that you had when someone walked away, for example, or someone said something to you, or someone doesn't respond, or X, Y, and Z. Okay, you get the idea. It's in those moments that has taught me that this is where I can show up. This is exactly what I need to do in order for me to feel whole, fulfilled, with my sovereignty, feeling myself, allowing myself to validate this emotional experience. Whether it is kind of like maybe even egoic, you're just like, oh, like they're not shit, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, I feel like the process has to unfold naturally. So if you go down that way, then so be it, right? There is no judgment in how you're addressing things. It's about truly, if you're actually showing up for yourself, if you're providing that comfort, showing yourself that you're not going to betray you or abandon you in those moments. Provide yourself peace. Allow yourself this space. Let go of the people and places that do not align or provide this safe space for you to be, for you to simply be, right? We're all humans, okay? We have our ups and downs. We have our challenges. We have moments where our ego is very loud. And then there are times where we're at peace and we're fluid and just serene in our serenity, our solace, right? Look up the word because I kind of forgot the exact definition. I get the idea of it though, so we're gonna roll with it. Because yesterday I decided to take a day for myself, right? So that's a good way of me, at least, for showing up. It's like taking myself out, dressing up, going to a cafe that I really like, just being in my own fucking zone. And I was literally pulling cards and I was sitting at this table, sorry. I was sitting at this table and I moved the chair. There are two chairs, moved one to the side because it was also not centering me. And so I moved it to the side, and in front of me is an empty couch. And as I was pulling cards, I was really delving deeper into that feeling of betrayal. I'm not going to go into specifics. But I just literally just saw in my mind's eye my future self. And to me, I correlate my future self with my higher self. Because the way that she was looking at me was like compassionate and caring and just allowing, just like divine patience, and not judging me. And the phrase that came to mind was Ojos Tristes, which is a song by Selena Gomez. And I was looking up the translation of that, and I saw that it just literally means the sad look in your eyes. And I was just like, wow, that is so real. And being so prone and familiar, right? It's me stepping out of my comfort zone, but in a different way, where I'm not so almost dysregulated when I'm doing that. It's just me practicing and planting the seed, and maybe even just finding the seed, seeing the seed, and witnessing that seed. And being like, oh my gosh, this is the moment where I can understand that and feel that things are not the same. That just because I'm acknowledging and validating that experience from the past, that in this present moment, it's not happening, I've detached from it, and so be it if it does happen in the future. Because now I have this space to actually be there for me. And I've shown up for myself time and time and time and time again. But then it's that acknowledgement, that recognition, where you really sit with yourself and you're just like, wow, this is just not the fucking same. It's not that personal. It's not that sad. It's not so full of sorrow. And I was just like sitting there, and I had this kind of like, it's like a mix of like ego, but like in a like angry, but like kind of like don't fuck with me energy. And I just softened. And I was just like, yeah, you know exactly what I've had to go through to get to this point. You have witnessed every single part of me be shed, and every single past version of myself that I identified with, that I thought was protecting me, but it wasn't providing that peace, you know? We're just so distraught. You're just like, why would they walk away? It's like literally like not trying to make that make sense, because it doesn't make sense, you know? And it's this unknown aspect where I'm like a lot more stable in my emotional experience. And therefore I have the fortitude to face myself and my mentality, and provide myself clarity, right? When you're having those very cyclical thoughts, you know, like the very intrusive or repetitive or just outside of yourself thoughts, I've started this thing where I'm like, my mind is trying to control again. And that instantly stops my mind. It's like such a cheat code, because it's not like, it's like saying like, when you say I am the divine creator, instead I say I am this divine creator, because it separates me from the collective, because everyone is their own divine creator, with all due respect. And so I had to recognize in this moment that I've provided myself support, and now I can fully tap into this embodiment where I am moving and expressing in a way that releases this like sacred space, honestly. And it's such an interesting thing, because I still get to choose. I still get to choose whether I'm going to move forward in my masculine divine or my feminine divine. But it's both at the same time, and also synonymously singular. It's like, what do I wish to continue to cultivate here? That is what really, as I really recognize, like the Capricorn moon, Capricorn Mars thing is so fucking real, because it's like, stability is one thing, but sustainable stability, that's another thing. And it's still me figuring things out and being adaptive, you know, to the things that are presenting itself to me. But then it's like, universe will literally send these same experiences, not same, but like they will trigger certain maybe things in you, or maybe remind you of something from the past. And then it's like, oh my God, this is exactly when I can apply this different approach. This is exactly when I can show up for myself from all those times that I've showed up for myself. That accumulation, to be intent when I'm moving forward, to release the things that I can't control, to express, but not like project that expression, you know, to literally create just to create. It's that same concept. Like when I express myself to someone, if I'm recognizing that I'm seeking this form of like a certain response or like validation or acknowledgement, then I literally just reel it back in. And I'm like, oh shit, like I need to be here with me. Oh my God, guys, my arms are so sore. Oh God. Rock climbing? Bro, I knew I should have done it yesterday, but I did. I climbed up and I down climbed, which is really good for building your stamina. Anyways, besides the point. Loving every part of yourself, right? There's the healing journey, which is literally about accepting all the parts of you. Just because there are different parts of you that are being presented, it doesn't mean that you have to accept it. It doesn't mean that that is who you are, and it doesn't mean that you have to continue to be that way. Acknowledging the experience and releasing yourself from these past constructs, the personability, the things that you get to tap into, like, this is why I love the aspect of versatility. And that's why I send so much love to Geminis, because truly, they are literally ruled by Mercury, and so is Virgo. But that's the mutable earth sign, and this is the mutable air sign. Air is the hardest element to control because you can't control it. It will literally do what it wants, and as it should. And I feel like that is such a big lesson to learn from Geminis. And that's why I don't even tap into this whole like, oh, like Gemini man, blah, blah, blah. My dad's a Gemini, and like, I can understand, trust me. Trust me when I tell you. I can understand, okay? But the thing is, because I've released that projection, construct of who they are, who they were maybe even to me, then I can allow the new experience to happen. And that is so important for me because obviously you're on the healing journey, so you don't have to fucking feel like shit. Like literally, that is the point of the healing journey, is so that you can feel good about being who you are at your core. And so when these parts of the cycle, you know, like repeated things that remind me of stuff from the past or something, like it's such an interesting thing, because even if I identify that past version of myself, or like I acknowledge that past version of myself, it doesn't mean that I'm carrying the whole entirety of that identity with me moving forward. I actually get to choose if I'm going to take certain things from that past version of myself, not as like a disregard thing, but truly as this present moment in my own like personable sovereignty. Am I going to choose that part of myself like that debilitates me, or that actually continues to build with me? And it's such a nuanced like experience. You can't, like, nothing ever fucking repeats itself, okay? Like, triggers are truly just you reliving trauma because there's a dysregulation that's happening in your nervous system, and like maybe there's like a mental aspect to that. Obviously, if you need help, seek help, okay? And if you seriously feel like, this is one thing, because I personally, I've tried therapists and things like that, and even like holistic teachers and like psychic readers and tarot readers and all these things. Like, it's not every single time that I feel that I need to seek help outside of myself, because truly the person that gets to live my life, this is just works for me. Like, I take what it is and I use what I can. Right? Do you get what I mean? It's not like I'm seeking this person so that I could use this information, whatever I determine. No, it's like, this is what it is, and it's a beautiful experience, and it just happened to be. That's literally what it's been like. Like, I literally start walking, and then this tarot reader is like, oh, I feel like, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do it. You know, it's like saying yes to things, just trying it out. I didn't know that they were gonna say all those things about me, but it doesn't make it my truth, you know? And so when I come back to my source, me as the singular person, when I come back to this space, whether it's like the sacred space within my home, or me going out and traveling and finding a secluded area, maybe not even secluded. Sometimes I'm in a busy ass fucking cafe and I just put on my headphones and I literally just like, I'm in my own world. I'm in my own world. That's literally what it is. And it's like, in that moment, I can be there for me and experience myself and tap into the things and enjoy the things that I enjoy, right? And love this part of the process. you're not alone, okay? We might not be the same, but we are connected and we come from source. And our experience gets to add to our soul's journey. And that's just how what works for me, okay? Like, I'm a spiritualist. This is just me speaking my truth, and like I'm not trying to make you you know? Like, that's the thing. Like, even though I read tarot for people, it kind of makes me laugh because I have quite a few friends who don't believe in tarot or astrology. And I'm like, that is such a valid point because it's like if you just are not open to it, then you're not. That's it. That's literally it. There's no need for an explanation here, okay? Like that is so valid. Unless you want to explain yourself, obviously, and like maybe like go into a debate. Love a good debate. Love a good banter. But yeah, I just really wanted to send this energy out because truly that sad, man, like holy shit, like seriously, that sad look that you give yourself when you just feel so fucking alone. But in reality, you're not alone, bro. You literally have yourself. You literally get to experience this thing. So that's what I mean when it's like, you get to experience this, but are you going to continue to experience this sadness? Maybe there's something that needs to be felt, right? It's like, that's what I mean. Like, use your discernment. Seriously. So that is the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for allowing me your presence, truly. Thank you for being you. Seriously. And thank you for being alive. Truly, I just got chills. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much support on your own spiritual journey. Bye, collective.